going on, everybody? It's Simmer Down live from home. We're doing the video thing. We're stepping it up a notch. And man, we are so excited to have the man, the myth, the legend. And as Nate from Iya Terra calls you, the snake charmer, the wizard, and the mastermind, E.N Young with us. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be here with you, man. Quite an intro. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And hey, man, it's been a long time since we've actually done an interview. We've chatted a little bit over the years, but man, it's been like 10 years. Before we catch up, remember this. How's your soul feeling? Let's pick up right where we left off.
My soul, my personal soul, is feeling really good. Yeah, really good. Yeah, I had a baby, nonstop working all the time, just feeling very grateful and blessed. Everything's wonderful. Yeah, so soul's feeling wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. It's so great to talk to you again. Let's get right into it. We got a lot to talk about. You have
Yeah.
been very hard at work, as everyone knows, producing everyone and anyone. You got K Bong, Sons of Paradise, Gonzo, Gary Dredd, and let's kick it off with Iya Terra, man. How was it working with Iya Terra on Ease and Grace, which is now available everywhere?
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, we get along really well with those guys. Yeah, it's I don't think I've had that before. Such a like-minded team going at it. I feel like it was just like it fit like a glove, you know? So I had worked with them before and knew them for years, but until you're in the same room together for 8 hours a day for a while, you truly get to feel someone, you know? And yeah, it was great. We were really like on the same page all the time, and they got so much respect for me, and I think they do for a lot of people. They're just like very respectful, good guys, you know? So yeah, that felt really good to have them here, and yeah, it went great.
And you guys did most of the work on this record during the Jamdemic pandemic, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, they were taking COVID tests, and the whole thing, you know, it was like quarantining and COVID tests, and it was early too. I think the first time I went in was June or July, about a year ago. So and then many times over that, till the last time was in January, I believe. But yeah, just sessions at a time where they would come down and stay in San Diego for a while. And yeah, it's wonderful.
And that's the crazy thing about this pandemic. There are some silver linings within this thing, and one of those being, there's no touring, but man, you can go and make music all you want. So I bet you have been absolutely incredibly busy. If you're just tuning in, you're late, but it's okay. We got E.N Young, my brother. Haven't talked with you in so long, man. It's been so great to get back with you here. And we're talking about Aya's new record, Ease and Grace, which is available now as of today, right?
Yep, out today, which is a great day to have the interview. But yeah, featuring so many big timers on it, and it was incredible to mix Steel Pulse and Alborosi and Trevor Hall. Like there's so many good Mike Love, so many good artists on there featuring. So yeah, it was an honor.
Absolutely, man. So, I talked with Nate earlier, and he was telling me some things about, how it was in the studio and everything. You kind of nailed it there. But, you know, every producer has, a different way of doing things. Tell us about how you do things and what draws you to an artist and a band like Iya Terra.
How I do things is how I wanted it when I was younger and just in studios for the first time, seeing how other producers work. I took from that and wanted to do better, you know? So my method is get a lot done quickly and not fuck around. Basically, there was always a lot of producers that were working with us that would go outside and have a smoke break and talk forever and all this. And I'm just more like get on it, you know, be productive, very productive. And that goes with like setup too. Like everything should be set up to the point where setup doesn't have to be a whole day to set up. You know, a lot of the bands that come in, they roll in and like everything's ready to go. It's just like, yeah, let's record. They're ready to go right then. Like drum sets up, tuned, mic'd, booth is ready with the cables. Guitars just come in, plug in, like they're ready to go. So that's I've always wanted that from a session. So yeah, I'm trying to give this to people very productive and fast and high quality.
Yeah, I mean, you're a professional. That's probably one of the best ways I think I can describe, Ian. And number one, soul. Number one, this drive. But you are a professional as well. And if anybody's out
Thank
there,
you, man.
and of course, if anybody's out there interested in maybe linking with you, bands out there, how can we find you?
Um, yeah, you can hit me. I'm on Instagram a lot, and I got my website up now, which is e-nyoung.com. But yeah, I'm active on Instagram, so if you want to send me a DM on there, and yeah, I'm on Facebook a lot, and yeah, just send me a message, man. I'm always active talking to people, so feel free to.
Absolutely, man. So let's talk about the other soul now. So you have brought a little one into the world, and man, I've been seeing these little Instagram videos, like getting him into the piano. I'll bet you he's in the studio all the
Yeah.
times. Tell us about that, man, because the last time I think I saw you, I don't think you had a child.
No, he just turned 4, so yeah, I haven't seen you for a little while. But yeah, his name is Sol, Sol, which means sun in Spanish, and yeah, he's a joy, man. It's so beautiful to have a child because you go back to being a child too. So now when I'm talking to him, I'm like more active and animated, and I'm like, hey buddy, how's it going? And it brings me back to being a child again. And they're such a teacher, man. Uh, as they're growing, they're teaching you. It's just amazing. So the experience, it's brought me and my wife closer, and just amazing, man. I love it. Yeah, I'm really grateful.
It's so great to hear that the family life is going great. It seems like everybody's getting married and having kids now. Maybe we're just getting older. I don't know. But man, what a cool name. So SOL, is that right? Like the sun, right?
Yeah, Sol.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. I had no idea what his
Yeah.
name was. Yeah, I see all these little Instagram
Yeah, because
videos.
my wife is Mexican, so she speaks Spanish and she's teaching him Spanish, and she's on it. So we're trying our best. But yeah, Sol Young. Yeah.
Is he going to be playing that piano like you in the future? What do you think?
I just started piano lessons with him. I'm teaching him, and like we're getting apps and I'm going through it. And it's been just a couple of lessons we've done in the last month. I wanted to wait till he at least could comprehend that before he was just banging on it, before I like actually was like, this is what we're gonna do. So yeah, and we went on tour in 2019 national tour, and he he went with us on tour. He was still in diapers, 2.5 years old, and he every day at sound check, I was giving him the mic. He was running around. I was putting him on the drum set, and he was playing. So he's been around. We went a 7-week tour around the U.S. with the kid in diapers. It was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. Well, you
yeah.
look at,
Reduced on that one.
go
I
ahead. Go ahead.
reduced
Sorry.
down to went down to a 3-piece band just on that tour, just to leave space on the bus so that they could possibly come with me, even though it wasn't a guarantee. And so
Mm-hmm.
my wife had a round trip ticket to Chicago and back. They're supposed to stay for 1 week. And then on the 6th day, she's like, this is awesome. I'm liking this a lot. I was like, please stay. She's like, okay, yeah, I'll stay. And if it doesn't go well, I'll fly back. And 7 weeks we stayed and went around everywhere, all over the US.
So you had your family with you for the whole tour.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then
wow.
that has never been before. Never. Cause I was either with another band, or I had every bunk filled, or you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was so amazing. And for people that you've traveled, for people that travel, you feel like this emptiness where it's like, dang, I just want to be home. Or so love leaving your loved ones behind. That's always felt kind of, it's hard for me. And yeah, to just have them there was crazy. Like I couldn't believe it. I was like,
That's
it
pretty.
was wild.
Well, you look at, I was thinking about, people that are doing the same thing. Hyrie, Trish has been doing, her
Yeah.
and Jamie have been doing the same thing, for many years now. And
Yeah.
I think we opened for Slightly Stupid or something last year, 2 years ago. And I walked in and I saw our little daughter. It was now like grown up. And then they had all these
Yeah.
kids running around the green room. It's just like a different thing. But it is so cool. It really
Yeah.
is.
When we linked up early on, I would always tell her like, Jamie wanted to be real involved. And I was always telling her like, yeah, like if you got him on the road with you, like you can take her, like you guys can actually make this work. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad to see where she's gone to, since that first record we did.
I know. You were
Yeah.
sending me well, by the way, if you guys want to check out, Ian has a playlist on Spotify of 850 plus tracks that you produced.
Yeah.
And I was looking
Exactly.
at him and I look at the Hyrie and the Tatanka and years back. I mean, you've just done so much. And speaking of doing so much, you also have a band, if anybody doesn't know. And you just
Yeah.
recently played your first show in over 500 days. How was that?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was magical. Um, uh, I forgot what his name is, the lead singer of Fishbone. He was announcing it, and I'll remember right now. It was the first time I met him, but he was announcing the show, and the first thing he said, he's like, "That was magical!" Right when he got back on stage. But it was very magical. Like I didn't know how much I was missing it. I wanted to go out. Yeah, it was like, but once I felt that, like I was almost in tears while I was performing,
Yeah.
and it was just so fluid and connected. And yeah, it was just the people I feel like needed it. There was more people,
Mm-hmm.
there was a different energy. People were just
Mm-hmm.
like soaking it in more, just like grateful to be out. And yeah, it was dope. Yeah, because we played our last show February 2020 at the Glass Expo in Vegas. And then we had a tour, a 40 show Gondwana tour in the US and Canada, Mexico, and it was like April 8th or something it started.
Right.
So it was like right in the middle of it got canceled, like everything got canceled. And yeah, so from then till now it's 500 plus days. Seems like a long time, dang.
Yeah, I mean, so you got your
Yeah.
first show under the belt. You got zillions and zillions of tracks that you've been producing. What is coming up? Are you guys planning on getting on the road again, or what's coming up?
Yeah, I'm looking to. I got my agent working now to book. Basically, I gave him green light as much as just because I haven't gone on the road, I haven't been on playing shows at all. I'm just really eager to get out there and play shows. So I've been hitting up everyone to try to jump on the road with people. A lot of the tours they already had planned out. So, but definitely 2022, I'll be touring. I do have the Gondwana tour that is being rescheduled, but a little mini version of it. I think like 2 or 3
Okay.
weeks in November, and then that'll be on the West Coast, possibly East Coast, but mostly West Coast. And then I have some shows coming up. I'm playing in San Diego on the 25th of August with Josh Heinrichs, and
Oh, nice.
then yeah, and then we play 4 shows, little 4 show run out to the Four Corners Reggae Fest. Yeah, over there it's like with Stephen Marley and Collie Buds and a lot of good Earth Cry, and this goes on and on.
Ooh,
Um,
Earth
but
Cry.
yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
that. Yeah, they're
I
wicked.
love them. Yeah.
I played with them. They opened on the 2018 tour when I was direct supporting with Catch a Fire 2018. So
Another
it
good
was
one.
wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wicked to have them out. But yeah, so we got some shows coming up in Arizona and New Mexico. And yeah, we're doing like Yuma, Phoenix, White Mountain, Apache Land. And then we're going to Four Corners Reggae Fest coming up, and then might be flying to Virginia in September. So like just spot dates, but I definitely
Right.
want to. We're waiting for the right opportunity, but I'm definitely gonna do national tour, and my soul is burning to play shows. So I want to get out there and do it.
Absolutely. And real quick,
Yeah,
how can everybody find more information about your tours and your live band stuff coming up?
yeah. I would just stay close with me on Instagram, and you go to my website. which is on the front of my Instagram too, and Facebook. Always putting the latest info out there. What do you got there?
Oh, well, it was going to be my next question here. This thing.
Yeah.
So for everybody that doesn't know what this is a melodica, and it is traditional roots reggae to the core. And man, speaking of, getting back out on the road again, this is something everybody always sees you playing. And I remember back in the day, when you were working with the tribal seeds and all that, and you would bring this on stage, and I didn't see too many people playing this really on stage other than roots artists. And flash forward now, was 7-8 years, you see this everywhere. Tell us about the
Yeah.
melodica and just how important this thing is to reggae music.
Well, yeah, melodica was in the foundation of reggae because of Augustus Pablo, who made it famous. And I was listening to him when I was young, real young. Like I remember, like I was 15 years old. Like, what is that sound? I need that. So once I saw the Augustus records with him with the melodica with something like this on the front, like with a honer.
It's the old school
Like
one right there.
yeah, it's actually yeah. This is the piano 20 version. This is the
How
old school one, yeah.
thick that is.
But
Wow.
I was looking. It's some short too, 20 keys.
Yeah.
I was looking for one of mine so I could play it for you, but I couldn't. I actually, it's the crazy thing is I don't have one right here. I usually always do, but yeah. So Augustus made the melodica um famous, and it went that sound, like the melodic sound of it went perfect over the foundation of reggae, which is mellow and trancy, and the dub kind of
Mhm.
energy that went with it too. So yeah, that the melodica fit right in, and with some reverb and delay, which they were using a lot of time-based effects in the studio. It just was yeah, like very trancy and just trippy. So right away I wanted it, and I ordered one, and it was, yeah, the rest is history. Just played it ever since foundation. But yeah, it's big now. I see more and more people. I want to say that I think I helped contribute a little bit. Like every poster, every flyer, I have that thing. So I think getting the melodica, getting the word out about a melodica.
You absolutely did. And that's kind of why I
Nice.
brought this in. Like I remember seeing you, on all stages with Tribal Seeds. And it feels like after that and during that momentum there that you had, all these artists start bringing them out, and not just reggae artists either. I mean, there's pop musicians that are using it. There's jam bands that are using it, and it's just kind of, I was talking with Jake Shimabukuro the other day, the ukulele master, and it seems like those two instruments,
Yeah.
these obscure instruments, are coming. People are really interested in these otherworldly instruments, like the sitar, the
Yeah. It
melodica,
could It could be the internet too, because you see the internet, you see a lot of people just going for rarities and sharing information. Before, people didn't really know that it was harder to find information, and now like the rarities are the stuff people want, so they're going for it. Yeah, but what a beautiful instrument. I'm glad it's taken off. I'm glad everyone. Yeah, I gotta say, it's like I have a lot of merch and t-shirts and everything on my store. Um, you can go to e-nyoung.com to check that out, but um in that store I sell the melodica that I play on stage, that one that you have right there, and I, more people buy those than anything else. Like so many people buy them. I think it's just, I don't know, people want the music around, and their kids are playing it, and
oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's easy to pick up and play. So yeah, and people love it. It's awesome.
How cool is that? And it's a great idea to have, the instrument that makes you available for sale at your merch table, and you can spread that. People come and say, wow, that, because there's a lot of people that'll come to the shows that don't know what a melodic is, and then they'll be like, what is that? And like, well, we just have it
Yeah.
right over here if you'd like to learn it and start loving the melodica.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
yeah, man, if you guys are just tuning in, you are listening to Simmer Down. We're doing it live from home. We got the video thing happening now. We got all these unbelievable artists, and it's always a blast to chat with you, Ian. Now, One thing we
What a
haven't
pleasure.
absolutely one thing we haven't really talked about in the past, and you kind of just touched on it with the melodica and Augustus Pablo. You are a roots musician. I mean, it's Roots Musician Records. Can you go to the very beginning with us and tell us how you found reggae? And I got a feeling roots music is a big part of that.
Yeah, how I found reggae. I was given a tape by one of my best friends growing up. I think 13, at 13, 12 or 13, and he gave me a mixtape, which I actually just released yesterday or 2 days ago. I released a shirt that has a mixtape, it has a tape on it, and it says like
Uh-huh.
Roots Mix and E.N Young. But anyways, that's a throwback to my original how I was introduced to reggae. So that tape was a foundational tape for me. It was just a mix of all the of a, good tracks coming out of Jamaica in the early '80s, and yeah, those I just felt some energy within those songs that was different than anything I was into because I was listening to punk and all kinds of stuff like different music. I listened to everything. So just this like spirituality and this sufferation and this like fighting for equal rights and kind of like you feel that within the music and there's a spiritual aspects, a good versus evil kind of battle and fight, and you just felt that in the music, and it called me. I was like, wow, this is that tape was real special. So from that day on, it was just like search for that kind of feeling, more music like this. So we were just going to the local like Roots vinyl shop and started collecting vinyl. My brother has been collecting vinyl for a long time. We'd always be making together. We would get CDs and vinyl and make more mixtapes and just yeah, it was nonstop. It was my everything, and it just evolved to where I was playing music. Um, I was playing piano since I was a young age. I was playing drums, and I started playing reggae. Then started like, oh, I can like I was like, oh, I could like I know this. I can figure this out, you know. And started playing, and then yeah, playing drums to it, and then yeah, but just the world collide, like my like spiritual aspect and the musical aspect and everything about it was just yeah exactly what I was looking for. So it's calling, you know.
Yeah, and it's more than a genre, it's more than music, and that's something really cool about reggae music. It really is. It speaks to
Yeah,
you.
it's different than the rest because it has that spiritual foundation message, which I'm proud as we're like third, fourth generation from Jamaica, that that same energy still is in the music. Even you see Revolution's music, you see like anyone there, like that good energy is still in the music. It's still yeah, you feel it. So it's been a strong message since the beginning. I think that's what drew people to that music, and I think it's still, even though some, I mean, as a genre changes, it goes all different directions, and but I feel like a lot of that foundation is still in it, and it is special. It is very special.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is. And it's just one of those things. Like there's all these genres to pick from, and I love all music. Just about. I mean, Ziggy Marley told me all music is music. No music is not music. But ours
It's
is
true.
this special thing that we have. And I'm going to close it out here. Yeah, no, Blue wants you to play something for us. How about we do this question and then maybe you play us out? That'd be kind of cool. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man. We really appreciate it. It's been great to
uh,
catch up with you. I've been watching you over the years, and you're just always pushing, always pro to a point. I mean, one of the best, man. We
Thank
all
you.
look up to you, and man, you produce just about everybody. I think Nate was saying he's like, yeah, he's got like 4,000 tracks or something that he's produced. I'm like, wow, man. So
Yeah.
keep on doing what you're doing. And we're going to close it out with this one. So I talked with Dub FX. He's from
Thank you.
Australia a little while back. And I always do that. What does reggae mean to you? What does dub mean to you? And it's always this different answer. But Dub, Benjamin from Dub FX had a really interesting answer. He said, reggae is the future. What is the future of reggae? What do you think? What do you see?
I think the future of reggae will remain the original mission. It's still there. You know, the foundation will forever have a battle of good versus evil, where the reggae and the Rasta torch is carrying light for the people, you know, and carrying, you know, not going to stand for any bullshit. Like reggae is going to call you out, and reggae is going to take care of the youth and be conscious of living and what we're eating and what we're doing. Yeah, so I feel like that torch will be carried. It will continue to move forward, you know, no matter what changes. But yeah, this reggae music is staying forward for sure.
Yeah, and it's because of people like you, man. We appreciate you, and keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for calling in and chatting with us.
Crowley, what a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to play us out real quick?
Yeah, what am I playing?
The future of reggae.
Can you hear this?
Yep, I sure can. It's E.N Young, the one, the only E.N Young. Big ups. Thank you so much for calling in. And make sure you guys check out all of this upcoming tour dates and all the beautiful songs.
Thank you, Alex.
Peace and love, my friend. We'll see you next time.
All right, love. Peace. Thank you for having me.
Early in